The market just collapsed 3,000 points. This is March 16th, 2020. Happy Monday to short sellers. So when on Friday the market went up 2,000 points, and on Thursday it went down 2,000 points. When it goes up and down like this, that means that nobody knows what's happening, and this is pretty much is expected because the number of infected people just jumped 4 times, or 400%, from 1,000 people to 4,000, because finally they realized in America that healthcare should be extended to everybody, because if you don't extend it to everybody, whoever is not covered and doesn't go to the doctor will infect everybody else. So the American system of health coverage, where healthcare is only for elites, and if you're poor, you basically should just die and don't bother us. Well, I guess it backfired, because now we have people who are rich and famous, but who still receive service from poor people, from parking their cars or selling them groceries in the stores, or even washing their cars. Well, if these people are not covered and they pick up coronavirus, guess what? They will transfer it to you, and there's nothing you can do about it. So, but that was a good lesson for America in terms of healthcare is probably not a privilege, it's a right, because it's kind of like, I guess healthcare is like something that should be, that we all share, as we found out, so, and it's a good thing they finally pushed some money into this thing and made the coronavirus testing free for everybody, versus the people who have a health insurance or who don't have a health insurance. You have to suddenly pay a lot of money for it. So guess what? Poor people said, okay, we're not gonna get tested, but we'll make sure we'll give it to the rich people so they'll realize what they're doing. So, and the other interesting thing is that if your healthcare system is built in such a way that it's only basically suitable for people who can afford to pay for it, then when a crisis happens and something as infectious as coronavirus shows up, and suddenly your hospitals and your network of doctors is not set up to handle everybody. And this is something that for example, in Europe, they have, I guess, better capacity in terms of providing, healthcare to people who are, infected or maybe dying, or like should be in emergency rooms. So it's too bad it took them such a long time, because it's basically, we're in the middle of March, and just a couple of days ago, they said, oh, okay, we will do this thing for everybody. So it took them 2.5 months, but in reality it took them 400 years to realize, that healthcare is not, is not a privilege. So I expect the number of people who are infected to jump even higher, because not even much higher. It's not 4,000 people, it's just 4,000 people who finally, felt bad enough to go and to test themselves, at least because it was free. And before, America was saying, oh yeah, we only have 1,000 people infected, and how come we have 1,000 and the rest of the world is running in like tens or hundreds of thousands? So the bottom line is that, also the other thing is that You know, we have people that have money, that have credit cards. They went into the stores, they basically wiped out all the food from there, you know, making sure they have enough, you know, storage for maybe 1, 2, 3, 4 weeks, maybe 2 years, I don't know. And what happens to the rest of us? Forget about them. If they die, they die, you know. So, you know, in other countries, they set up some kind of limit that basically allows people, you know, allows most people to at least get some supply, so the manufacturers could provide something. But no, it doesn't matter here. You just like the same thing with masks. When suddenly people realize we need masks, guess what? You know, mostly Chinese, who were basically alerted about this thing the first, they wiped out all the supply of masks. I was in the stores when that was happening, you know, and I was lucky enough to grab a couple of boxes, you know. But again, back then, you know, let's say a month ago, there was no limit. You just buy whatever you want, you know, just give us your money and that's it. So, okay, right now I'm going to Costco to buy some milk for the 2-year-old baby, because in other stores it's nothing. By the way, Costco is full of, I mean, the whole fucking parking lot is full of people, probably, like, you know, trying to wipe out everything possible in a store. So you know, let's hope I get some milk, but I don't know, we will see. So I wonder what they're all buying, you know. Yeah, plus a lot of people are not working in the office, so if you work from home, then obviously you could, you know, you have more time. I still have to be in the office, you know. So what is he doing? Trying to, yeah, people are selfish as hell in this country, you know. They think it's the strength, but I mean, I think it's going to be a weakness of this country, that, you know, if every man for himself, well, guess what? This virus is going to level the field up, and you will see. Okay, guys, I just arrived, so if you want to see which stocks to buy, especially right now, they're trading at huge discounts, go to my website, stx.com. This is where you could download, install, and run my app on your iPhone, iPad, and Apple TV, and it covers 5,500 stocks. The new update of what to buy and what to sell would be available basically in about an hour, but you could still see that a lot of stocks were rated as a sell Thursday and Friday, even though they jumped. So basically the mathematical probability for the stock market to go up is pretty low right now, especially in light of all this panic and the expanding number of infected and sick people from coronavirus. And by the way, there's some more people, some young people are getting sick now. So thank you for your time. Stay healthy, stay away from coronavirus, and good luck trading.